Hello and welcome back to our continuing adventures on the Let's Defend platform. Today we are tackling the free Security Analyst Beginner Challenge of Learn Sigma. So we're given a Windows VM, and the background is your organization has detected a ransomware infection on one of its critical systems, and it is imperative that you address this issue immediately. This type of malware searches for valuable files, such as sensitive documents and configuration files, and encrypts them using a strong encryption algorithm. The investigation has revealed that the ransomware may have used the Windows utility bitsadmin to download additional malicious payloads or communicate with its command and control server. Your task is to carefully review the Sigma rule, answer the related questions, and understand how different rule sections, selection, condition, fields, tags, log source, work together to detect malicious activity. And then we're given a YAML file on the host, and then to basically just show, since I have SSH, or not SSH'd, but RDP'd into the host. So we transition that over. So just inside challenge file, proc detection with bitsadmin download.yml. And I don't think there's actually anything in here that's going to be of any sort of concern because they said use the YAML file, which, okay, fine. We will use the YAML file. So, whoa. That's why I moved it over to the wrong window. One second, let me get this over. Okay, and we'll transition it into here. It looks like it is visible fairly well. Okay, good. So let me minimize that. So we got a local copy, so we don't really need the VM. So let's take a look at the questions, then we'll come back to this. So let's see. Which executable file was specifically targeted by the Sigma rule? What command line option is used to indicate the file transfer of this rule? What logical expression of the condition field combined the criteria to trigger? What specific field did the rule capture that shows the command being executed? Which single attack tactic tag is used for is listed first in this rule? What is the primary category of events that this Sigma rule was written to monitor? What specific command line argument did this rule look for to identify HTTP-based downloads? And which command line option must be present to create a new transfer using bitsadmin? Okay, so let's start at the top then. What executable is specifically targeted? Well, geez. So we're looking at detection. I mean, if it's not kind of just called out in the description, title, everything else like that, much less the actual description, the scenario that we're given. But specifically, we're looking underneath detection. They're looking for image and original file name. Oops, that didn't transfer over. So yeah, bitsadmin. So submit that. And we'll get the ding that everything is good. Okay, now we're going to take a look at command line option used to indicate a transfer. So this is actually written fairly well. Selection command, specifically looking for command line. It must contain a /transfer. And then for other command line options, it's looking for /create, /add file, and a second one for HTTP. Condition, so in order for this to flag, it needs to be bitsadmin, has to be true. And then it has to be selection_command for that /transfer. Or it has to be true for the two command line selections. So it's either has to be create and add file, and it also must contain HTTP. So it would be indication that it's actually reaching out to something to pull something back. So that would make what we're looking for /transfer. If I can type it right. Okay. What logical expression in the condition field combine? Oh, okay, that's exactly what we just covered. So logical expressions, we bring back this up. Condition. So it's all this by the looks of it, if I had to guess. Take that down, pop that in, maybe. Yes, for the condition field. What specific field did this rule capture that showed the command being executed? What? What specific field? Oh. Yes, field. And here's our fields, line 34, 35, 36. It's either command line or parent command line. So like if you had a totally not malware.bat that would script this command, that would be the parent. If you had inside that to call bitsadmin /transfer totallynotmalware.com /totallynotmalware.exe, that'd be perfectly fine and acceptable. But this, I believe, should be command line. Mostly just due to the length. It's a valid field as opposed to parent. Yep, okay. Then we're looking for the attack tags. We are specifically, it's going to be what? Oh, tags. So our options are attack.defense-evasion, attack.persistence, attack.T1197, attack.S0190, attack.T1036.003. Given the fact that we're going to use the test, take the test, they are, oh, well, it also asks which is the first one listed. So line 13, attack.defense-evasion. If we were just running off that, notice that how it's spaced out. So it wants something dot something dash something. Hooray! Primary category of events the Sigma rule was written for. Primary category. Okay, so that's going to be inside there as well. That's going to be log source category, process _ creation. And then the next aspect is, well, okay, let's not get too far ahead, I guess. So process _ creation. And then we come back to the specific command line argument that this rule look for to denote HTTP transfer. So, I mean, there's only one section that's there. Underneath selection _CLI _2, command line contains HTTP. You would also, I guess, kind of need to know a little bit more about bitsadmin. I will include it in because that's also should be underneath the living off the land or lolbin repo. And then which command line option must be present to create a new Wait, what? To create a new transfer? That's not slash transfer, is it? Like it was above? Oh, okay. Yeah. What do they want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so before we test. So the only section that we have not touched yet is the first CLI selection. So it's either slash create or slash add file. So given the fact that it's 6 characters as opposed to 7, slash create. And as you observed, we just completed. So let's see. It's admin. Lolbin would probably be enough to get me the direct. Yep, there we go. Bits admin. And then TrustedSec has a good article in there too that I'll put it. So here, so let's see, they create job and alternative data stream. What you typically would end up looking for is using it for downloads. So it's using, they're creating a job named 1. To go through and add, well, basically pull down the autoruns.exe from live.systerminals.com, dump it into C data play folder, and then autoruns.exe. And basically kick it off. But yeah, I'll put that together in, oops. Yeah, I need that. And if I remember correctly, the TrustedSec. Ooh, the Cybereason one would probably be good too. I'll include them in there as a resource if you are unfamiliar. But yeah, they do a fairly good job of basically breaking everything down. So I will include that. But there we go, everybody. We just learned Sigma by dissecting a rule that was already in place and written for us. So I do highly suggest. I think that there is a course too now for Sigma. Might actually behoove you to go through and do that one first and then come back for this. But I mean, if not, I mean, it is what it is. But so with all that being said, I will get all that stuff together, dump it into the video description, and then I will see everybody in the next video.